So I'm really scared of failing, and I don't think I realized how much I was. And these words right here were something that scared the living bejesus out of me. So let me just tell a really quick story about why I cried today with this thought and what I learned from it, in hopes that this will help you and motivate you and encourage you along your journey to fail more mindfully. So, pretty much, I was just in between classes and I was sitting in the library and reading a book, and the book was, it was about Web3 stuff. Doesn't really matter. What I guess does matter is that while I was reading and just sitting there, I started to just feel this sense of dread, and tears started welling up in my eyes. And I just felt like I lost my appetite completely, and I felt like I failed just sitting there doing absolutely nothing but reading this book. I felt not just like I failed. No, because actually failure's not that bad, though it does suck. I felt like I was going to fail. And just the thought was making me feel so scared to even try. I kind of felt paralyzed. I was thinking, why am I reading this book? Why am I even trying to do this thing? Because honestly, I'm going to fail. And I guess I'll give some more background context. So I was sharing an idea I was pretty passionate about, and my professor just kind of really challenged it. And not in a disrespectful way, actually. I understand that it was to encourage this idea that I'm gonna fail. And I don't have everything figured out. I don't exactly know how to make this idea successful and how to execute it in a successful, efficient way. And just this feeling of dread, like, oh my god, you have no idea what you're gonna do, you're setting yourself up for failure. These thoughts just came flooding in my mind, and I could feel them in my body, and I just started crying. And maybe when you go to your local library, you just see people crying. It's a great place. Catharsis. You just gotta release sometimes. And honestly, just saying it, I'm getting teary eyed. It's hard to talk about, I guess, sometimes. Just knowing that what you may really want in this world, whatever manifestation, whatever dreams you have, there's more than likely you're going to fail. You are going to fail. And failure fucking sucks. It sucks. It hurts physically, but it's not something foreign, and it's not something unnecessary. And what I have learned is that with every single failure, as unfortunate as some of them may be, in case of, let's say, medically, failure on that end can lead to death, it has allowed us to implement better laws and practices to keep ourselves alive. And so failure is important because we can't just blindly aim at a target and expect to get it. In fact, I think the first and the scariest thing is to fail first, and to learn what it's like to fail. To learn what it's like to really want something and desire with all your heart and go out there and get it, but in the process, fail a lot and not get it and know that you haven't gotten it, and to feel that feeling of, I didn't get what I wanted. And this isn't to say stay in the state of never receiving what you want, but understand that even when you do achieve whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve, it doesn't stop there. I'm think we all know that, yeah, your manifestations may come, and it's not like, I don't know, God's gonna come down from the clouds and be like, congratulations, you've won the game. Mostly, you go on to the next step, and in the next step, you struggle to get up. And I mean, hey, like, we failed more times than we know. And it's really not about the failure, it's about how you take the failure and what you learn from it. And so you can see this with babies. They're constantly learning. How crazy would it be if we scolded a baby for not being able to walk the first time they tried? Or beat them up when they can't pour water inside of a cup for the first time, when they're just learning how physics works and the whole idea of containers and liquid. It's crazy that we have these standards that we put ourselves up to sometimes, that if you're a perfectionist, I guess this is for you, that are like, I can only do this if I do it right. And I totally get you. I think that nobody wants to be a failure. Like, nobody wants to be a failure. It's not something that anybody's proud of saying. But I think that it should be something that we embrace more, because we need to know these lessons. We need to know how to fail so that we can learn how to succeed, that we can learn what went wrong and correct it. It hurts to fail. It does. It really hurts to fail. And that's the same reason why we feel pain. It sucks to feel pain. Nobody wants to. It's something that many people are afraid of feeling and experiencing, but it helps identify where in the body is in need of attention, love, and nurturing. So, yeah, I think that it's important for us to be aware of how failure is perceived in our lives. I'm realizing that this feeling of failure was really holding me back. It was making me feel like I self-sabotage. It was making me feel like I shouldn't pursue what I really want to do with my life. It was making me feel like I was already such a sad failure that there was no possible way that I could ever get to where I want to be. And that's just not true. It is true if you want it to be, if you believe it to be so, but my belief system is saying, and that's why I'm making this video, that you are not a failure. You fail, but the only difference between a failure or a successful person that's achieved what they set out to do is how many times they set out to do it. If you fail the first time you set out to do something and you don't do it again, learn from your failure, then yeah, I guess you could say you're a failure. But if you've learned from your failure, you've pivoted, you've allowed yourself to take the corrections needed in order to try again and reroute and navigate to where you want to be, then you are not a failure. You're just someone who has failed enough times to succeed. And that's a beautiful thing, because I don't think anybody knows. Everybody has failed. Nobody has just popped out of the womb perfectly and, spotless record, never failed, never sinned, never missed the mark. Sinning means to miss the mark, and I think that we've all missed the mark in many ways. And I was thinking about this a little bit more, and I think it's just human nature. Look at Adam and Eve. We are just programmed to seek and search for these things that may cause us difficulties in life, to say the least. Yet we still go and we do them, because I think we're just designed to learn from these difficulties, to learn from these obstacles, to receive those experiences, which we could never have received if we didn't have the trials and tribulations, which suck, but it's a part of life. It's a part of learning how to grow healthfully, how to know the value of success, to know the value of what you set out to do, and to do it. So if you are feeling scared about just going after what you feel in your soul you should do, and you're still trying to figure out what it is, or you're just so scared and paralyzed of the idea of unraveling your own potential, because it's great, I know it's great, you're here, you're listening to this, so you have potential, and it's great, beautiful, wonderful, big potential. And it's scary because you see this vision and you have a feeling in your soul what that is, but it's hard to accept that you're probably not going to just get it first time by aiming and going out there and taking action. It's going to take repeated action, aiming, preparation, analyzing, and again and again and again and again. And the more times you fail, the more times you can get used to failure and take the failure of, okay, I didn't win this, but I learned this. Okay, I messed up here and it costed me this. Okay, I now understand this. You see your failures more as an investment to your success. So the more times you fail, the more you know that you're getting closer to success. And you don't give up. You just don't give up. You just take the failures and you use them as fuel to burn a deeper desire for what you want to create in the world, for what you want to see for yourself, for what you want to achieve. So yeah, take your failures and run with them and use them to burn a beautiful, bright light to show the way to where you are to go. And it's okay to be scared of failing. I'm allowing myself to just be present with this understanding, like, okay, I'm gonna fail, this is fine, and just do it. Like, have the humility and just the humbleness and the long suffering and kindness to not beat yourself up when you do fail, to just do the thing and learn from it, and let it go and move on and continue to grow, because you're not gonna get anywhere, you're not gonna fulfill your potential if you just stay paralyzed by the fear of filling your potential because you feel like it's so big and there's no way you can do it because you're a perfectionist, blah, 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 blah. Just do what you can do with what you have. Yeah, it's not going to probably be as amazing as you think at first, but it's only through the failures can you begin to chisel and refine this vision, this mission that is your soul's purpose. So, yeah, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. We all fail. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to be ashamed. It's okay to feel sad about your failures, but don't let them consume you. Learn from them, grow from them, and continue moving forward. And, practice discernment. Be aware. Have compassion for yourself when you do fail. Give yourself, if you need a moment to collect yourself and be aware, then take that moment. But yeah, keep going, because we all want to see you succeed. When one soul taps into their mission and taps into that vibrational state of resonance and harmony with who they truly are, it amplifies this truth, this unity, this oneness within us all. And we all want to be closer and more intimate with the one that we are from and a part of. So go do it. You got this. God bless. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can press thumbs up if you like this video, so I know so. Let me know what you're scared to fail for down below, and I will pray for you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.